hard to believe, but it's been nearly 8 years since we've seen a new Sly Cooper game. When Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves was released late in 2005, it represented the culmination of Sucker Punch's trilogy on PlayStation 2. And with how much time has passed since then, it was safe to assume it also marked the end of the story. But it wasn't so. Sanzaru Games has taken over the series with the all-new PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita title Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, and the result is a game that, while far from perfect, is still exactly what Sly Cooper fans have been waiting for.
What the?
You didn't really think you were gonna get away with it, did you, Ringtail?
Sure, Sly Cooper has always had solid platforming and stealth mechanics, but the strength of the series undoubtedly rests with its cast of characters. As such, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time takes advantage of this by focusing most of its energy, at least initially, on the 3 core characters Sly Cooper fans know and love. Sly Cooper himself, the tech-savvy turtle Bentley, and the strong-armed pink hippo named Murray. The way these characters interact with each other is, in a word, charming. Their dialogue and exchanges are expertly written. Indeed, Thieves in Time made me laugh out loud with regularity. When you throw in the extensive cast of new friends and foes, what you have is a game overflowing with personality. As the game's subtitle suggests, Thieves in Time has Sly and company traversing different eras, unlocking the mysteries of an evil mastermind aptly named Le Paradox. Le Paradox, for some reason, is obsessed with Sly Cooper's ancestors, and as such, you'll be meeting Sly's family from periods in the past, ranging from the Ice Age to medieval Europe, and many places in between. The story isn't the most compelling tale ever weaved, but the characters more than make up for any plot deficits. The fact that you get to play as all of the ancestors you meet is also a nice touch. Graphically, Sly Cooper looks good, but you won't be blown away by the game's aesthetics, especially on PS Vita. In premise, the game is playable on both PS3 and Vita, but I noticed the difference on Vita, and you will too. The voice acting, on the other hand, is superb, from Sly and his friends through all of his ancestors and the game's array of enemies. If you played a Sly Cooper game on PS2, then you know what to expect here with Thieves in Time. Sly Cooper is a 3D platformer with splashes of stealth gameplay, but without much of a slant on combat. With the exception of the game's boss battles and a scattered selection of specific missions, you could actually play all of Thieves in Time without fighting. Indeed, you're better off avoiding conflict whenever and wherever possible. What's truly fun and engrossing about Thieves in Time is its emphasis on nonlinear exploration. There are 5 major environments in the game to explore, and you can go back and forth between them at will once they're unlocked. There are a bunch of collectible types to find and obtain, and while the story missions are mostly linear, it's cool that you can go back through any area and explore at will. You can even play through any already played mission. There are no doubt parts of Thieves in Time that frustrate and annoy, even if the game's difficulty is more in tune with easier, more forgiving titles. Most of this has to do with some finicky controls and awkward camera angles, though these problems are few and far between. More significant problems are found with forced motion controls in the game during specific events. Why am I using 6-axis controls in 2013? This design choice specifically comes off as utterly tone-deaf, and towards the end of PS3's life cycle in particular, outright archaic. Cross-save between PS3 and Vita works flawlessly and rapidly, allowing you to take your save between the two systems at will. However, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time is far more at home on PS3 than Vita, and while it's a nice idea to let gamers play on both platforms, Thieves in Time remains a game clearly designed for PlayStation 3.
Phew! Talk about your close shave!
All told, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time is a worthy addition to the dormant Sly Cooper franchise and proves that even with a significant hiatus in the series, Sly Cooper is still relevant in the PlayStation ecosystem. It's also a steal, pardon the pun. It costs $40 and you get a full-fledged game for both PS3 and Vita at that sub-retail price. Hopefully we see more of that kind of thing moving forward, especially for games like this that could easily take you 20 or more hours to see and do everything. Sure, Thieves in Time has its flaws, but it also has its many charms, and for the most part, the latter outweighs the former. If you like the old Sly Cooper games, getting in on the new one is a no-brainer. And if you're new to the series, well, combine a purchase of Thieves in Time with the Sly trilogy on PS3 and set aside a whole lot of time on your calendar. For more on Sly, head over to IGN.